Mr. Terlabi, why are you sanctioning these police officers in the illegal, just a second, in these illegal mining areas if they indeed react positively to this new intervention? They will arrest the illegal miners. They will arrest foreigners only for you to deport the foreigners they arrest and not prosecute them, because you're categorically stated you're not interested in the foreigners who are engaged in illegal mining, who will be arrested by these commanders that you are threatening to sanction. That policy, there's a policy inconsistency there.
Well, certainly, if I heard Dr. Enin, copiously reading the
Mining Act.
The act and the sanctions thereof. But the fact is that, you see, you and I, we know when it comes to litigation in this country, dealing with our courts, and it can sometimes be very frustrating, because we have instances where people are deported, people are arrested, and you know what, my brother, let me tell you something. It is true that people get arrested, and we prefer repatriating them than to take them through our courts, because you see, when you arrest them, they'll tell you, take me to court. We have lawyers, yes, rightly so. They need, to be proven guilty by our courts. But the fact is that the situation on hand, we cannot do things, the same way and think that we'll have the same results.
Mr. Terlabi,
we need to be a little bit innovative. It wouldn't sound pleasant.
But the point is that where's the innovation in deporting somebody? We've done it before with Aisha One. There's no innovation there.
The point is that, you see, if you are arrested and then we get their embassies to repatriate them, because you see the whole thing is so complex. You arrest some of them, and all they tell you is that they don't have their passports. And the identity is very difficult. So once they get into the system, it's difficult to even track some of them. You understand? So once you are lucky and you grab them, at the crime scene, now taking them, we have another challenge at our prisons. We are looking at 14,000, a population of prisons that we have now. Feeding them is even a problem. Taking care of them. I mean, recently, last week, my boss went to Kumasi. The pictures I saw, seriously, the prisons are congested. So if there's a way to not to exacerbate the situation by sending these people back to their home countries, I think that I would opt for that. Yeah. I would definitely opt for that.
But Mr. Terlabi, do you concede, though? You said that taking these foreigners through our legal system is frustrating. The cost will frustrate you.
Yes, sometimes, yes.
But you are okay dealing with the frustrations when it comes to Ghanaians you arrest, but you are not okay dealing with the same individuals when they are foreigners. That is double standards at best.
Oh, not really, my brother. You see, let's be realistic, because you arrest about 80, Chinese, and then you have to find a place to keep them, and then sometimes even vehicles to take them to court. It's a problem. You go to court and they succeed in getting, bail.
But that also applies to the Ghanaians who arrest.
Certainly, but you see, the point is that I mean, there are a few things that I wouldn't like to disclose. Some of the things that happen behind the scenes. I wouldn't like to disclose everything on air or in the public. But there's so much going on, and in fact, if we don't take care, we are going to lose this fight again. If we don't take care, we are going to lose this fight.
But